Pokemon on the Switch was announced at this year's E3, and with that comes speculations of what the next generations of games could be. I'd like to bring you my idea of what this game could be. But first, let's look at my inspiration behind this unannounced game. The Legend of Zelda games has been a part of the Nintendo family of games since the very beginning. And with that, it's gone through many different facelifts. Zelda has gone from this in 1986 to this in 12 years. And it went from that to this in 19 years. All in all, it's gone from this to this in 30 years. Pokemon has gone from this in 1998 to this in 19 years. But here's the kicker. As amazing as those advancements have been, they've all been held back by one small thing. They've been on a handheld console. Now with the jump to Pokemon on the Switch, who is shown to have a powerful enough engine to create this, what's stopping the Pokemon Company and Game Freak from creating a journey similar to Breath of the Wild? The answer? There isn't. Now on to what I hope the game will be like. When people talk about a huge open world game, they usually credit Skyrim as their main inspiration behind what they want. And that's great, but now we have an amazing open world game made by Nintendo with that amazing Nintendo polish. So why not base our game off of that? Got that in your head? Good. In Breath of the Wild, we have a very open world, and after you get past the tutorial stage, you can go anywhere. Literally anywhere, including the end of the game. What else has this tutorial stage that doesn't let you go anywhere until you have a certain key item? Pokemon. So continuing further, let's base this off of my favorite region, Hoenn. Now obviously I hope this game is based off a completely new region and is completely original story, but for this example, Hoenn is perfect. In Hoenn you start out in a very small area, Little Root Town, and are immediately told to go help Professor Birch. After that, Professor Birch gives you your key item for the rest of the game. Your very first Pokemon. Now let's imagine this is like Breath of the Wild. Now that we have our key item and a sense of how the game works, we can, in a sense, go and beat the game. Now obviously challenging the Elite Four with a level 5 Mudkip is impossible. So I still think it's important we go and get our 8 gym badges. But I think we should be able to get those badges in any order we choose. This is something people have been wanting for a while, and the best way to do this is scale the gym leaders a bit based on how many badges you have. This is something that's already been established in Pokemon Origins, when Red challenges Brock. Now that we have gym leaders established, let's move on to how Pokemon are presented in the wild. Going from handheld to console, I feel like the Pokemon encounters should be changed. Just walking through knee-high grass and all of a sudden a giant Pokemon shows up has always been fairly unbelievable in my opinion. So why not have Pokemon be like actual wildlife in the world and have to approach them to try and catch them or avoid them if they're too powerful for you? Imagine this, you're walking through the forest and you see Pokemon like Pikachu, Pidgeys, and Rattatas, when all of a sudden you hear the roar of a powerful Pokemon that's 30 levels higher than your entire team. You have options here. You can approach it and try to catch it, or you can hide and try to avoid it. This adds a whole new aspect of Pokemon. Instead of walking through the grass being like, I wonder what's going to come out next, it's, I see a new Pokemon over there, I'm going to go try to catch it. With this new system, Pokemon can still be set to appear in certain areas and it'll still work. Now that I covered how Pokemon work in the wild, now I'll cover how initiating a battle will work. You approach this Pokemon and throw out one of your own Pokemon. And all of a sudden, boom, you're in the battle. I still feel like turn-based battle still fits perfectly for Pokemon, so let's not change that. Now that you're in the battle, the game works exactly like it has since 1998. Except maybe we'll throw in some cool animations and make the Pokemon feel like they're right in front of you. Simple, right? You can even add a cool mechanic of catching lower-level Pokemon that might run away from you if you approach them too quickly. Now, I have more ideas I'd like to share with you guys in the near future, but I'm still trying to make sense of them. So for now, that's all I've got for the time being. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of my ideas in the comments below, and feel free to share your own. I'm Eric the Human, and I'll see you guys next time.